Massive ships, crowded ports, and busy shipping routes may seem stable and controlled, but sometimes everything changes completely within seconds. These are real-life maritime incidents filled with pressure. This incident showed just how critical the captain's role is when navigating massive vessels. The incident at Newport Beach showed that in crowded marina spaces, only a few seconds of lost control are enough to throw the entire harbor into chaos.
He's gonna hit this! He's coming again! He's coming in!
Ya está. Ah, la llave, ¿puedes tirar la llave? Ya, otro para acá.
The vessel capsizing during launch showed how giant structures at shipyards depend on near-perfect precision in every small movement.
Oh, SSC'ye vurdu. SSC'ye vurdu. SSC'ler gidiyor. Eyvah eyvah, eyvah eyvah. Lan RTG'cilere bir...
The yacht drifted off course and slammed into multiple anchored boats, showing how momentum and tight waterways can sometimes overpower every reaction. If you were there, do you think you would stay calm enough to handle this situation?
О, все, повалился.
The deliberate sinking of the damaged Stellar banner left many people feeling that the ocean can turn even enormous ships into memories after a single major accident. The sound of collapsing debris echoed through the street when part of the upper wall fell near two pedestrians, leaving many feeling that luck arrived at exactly the right moment. The accident in Rakazan showed that with large trucks, only a few seconds of lost control are enough to change everything very quickly. Bulgaria's Royal Helena collided with the Nao Victoria in the port of Oudeschild, a moment that revealed just how complicated maneuvering large vessels can truly be.
Oh, no, ahí va, ahí va, ahí va.
That mast probably reached the point where retirement was the best option. The sand cargo ship slammed into the bridge pillar in Jiangxi a moment, showing how even a slight error on a waterway can lead to major consequences.
¿Y ahora cómo salí?
The ship crashed into the dock within only a few seconds, a moment that made many people see docking operations very differently. A heart-stopping moment, a ship lost control amid massive waves while a nearby surfer could only hold his breath watching every second of the life or death struggle.
Oh my God! Oh, holy!
That thing's fucking done.
Go!
Sure, you can't park there.
The village gate collapsed beneath powerful winds during the storm, a reminder that weather conditions in open areas can become unpredictable very quickly. The oversized vehicle dragged power lines with it while passing underneath, showing how even small miscalculations in height can create major accidents. Do you think she made a very responsible choice by wearing that helmet, brand? That bird may have just become the luckiest guardian angel that driver could ask for. The tractor tire suddenly detached from the axle and rolled violently toward the car behind, showing how mechanical failures can happen without any warning at all. The incident showed that in crowded urban environments, even a small steering mistake can lead to serious consequences. Docking is often the moment when a vessel requires the highest level of precision because there is almost no room left for correction. The impact from the passenger ferry shattered part of the concrete dock, proving how quickly technical failures at sea can escalate into larger situations. The driver narrowly escaped a collision after the electric bike suddenly shot through the intersection, proving that only a few seconds of observation can make a huge difference. The way he handled the situation made it feel like forklift operations may need a little more practice before real work begins. Crowds ran for cover as violent winds slammed into the sail of the catamaran, making it feel as though nature had tightened its grip around the entire harbor.
Canada is not rising tomorrow. And you were here.
A massive gas explosion at Kiwi House in London changed the feeling of the entire neighborhood almost instantly. The moment the building gave way made many people feel as though winter had finally won its long battle against the structure. The moment the ground disappeared beneath the man's feet made the sidewalk look as though someone had suddenly pulled it down from below. Shopping carts rolled across the parking lot in the strong winds like the storm was casually playing with everything on the ground. The tsunami that struck Japan sent cars floating through the streets like tiny toys being carried away by an unstoppable wall of water. During the storm, the wall was ripped apart by waves as though it no longer had the strength to separate the yard from the rising sea. The moment the helicopter lost control gave many people a clearer look at the real pressure behind every flight. The rotor blade struck the ground and sent the helicopter spinning violently in place, leaving the feeling that airborne momentum can sometimes overpower any chance of instant recovery. The incident at the railroad crossing was a reminder that crossing gates always come down for a reason, especially since trains can rarely stop immediately. The moment reminded many people that parking is not just about placing the vehicle correctly, but also about controlling speed all the way to the final second. The sight of the truck dragging a basketball hoop down the road showed why checking your vehicle before driving is far more important than many people think. The crane truck tipped over while lifting a large tree, leaving the feeling that even the most powerful equipment can still be extremely sensitive to small imbalances. A mistake during the launch operation caused the vessel's hull to tilt off course, making everything look out of control for a few tense seconds. The collision involving Red Z1 in the Suez Canal showed how heavily crowded shipping lanes demand an extremely high level of precision. The moment the bear placed its paws against the glass door made many people think of a giant delivery worker looking for someone to sign the package. This moment made many people feel as though the ocean had just presented the world's most beautiful live moving wallpaper.
That's outside.
Moths filled the inside of the Oklahoma house so completely that it felt as though nature had switched the entire room into static interference mode. The road through the golden autumn forest completely disappeared beneath the enormous flock of sheep, creating a scene that felt both peaceful and unbelievable in real life.
You're gonna have to go around me, sheep. I'm just... Holy crap! Oh. Oh my God.
Hindi nag-stop engine pala, oh. Malakas.
Floodwaters rush through the streets of New Jersey like a force creating its own path, carrying vehicles away along the road.
Oh my God. That's so much. That's so many cars with so much. Oh my God. Oh my God.
E aí, galera, quem vai vir aí pro Lago de Menino, não vê não que o bicho tá pegando. Os carros subiram, olha aí como tá. Olha a água como tá aqui, forte pra boa. Olha lá, tem uns 10 minutos.
Start recording. Oh my God. Also had Be careful, they got down power lines.
The entire stage structure collapsed during the rally, creating a scene that looked like an unexpected action movie unfolding in real life. The massive sheet of snow crashed down from the rooftop just as the child stepped forward, creating a moment that made the entire family freeze in shock for several seconds.
Упала плита прям только что на кореша, чуть не упала, слава богу, никто не пострадал.
The two women were suddenly caught beneath an avalanche of rooftop snow right outside the building, as if winter itself had slid down from above.
अरे बच गया लेबर कॉलोनी देखो
Oh boy.
A lightning strike hit the house in Alcoa with a blinding flash and an explosion so powerful it seemed to shake the air itself. Across the vast desert landscape, lightning suddenly slammed into the ground beside three people, making it feel as though the earth itself had exploded with light. Do you think lightning can really create that much destructive power?
Itu dubu je bego. Bita 100% dubu bita 100%. Shot.
The collision with the navigation marker caused the hull to shake violently a moment, showing how critical safe distance is along shipping routes. Drivers battled near-zero visibility and slick black ice as the blizzard turned the highway into a freezing white ribbon. Violent winds from the blizzard in Washoe Valley made the highways appear to vanish into a moving sea of snow.
Okay.
Part of the historic Bell Tower in the Philippines was damaged after the major earthquake, as though history itself had just absorbed another blow from beneath the earth.
Lakas. Buti walang tao dun, oh.
With every swing of the chandelier during the earthquake, the room looked as though it was breathing harder with each wave of shaking. The toxic gas explosion in Liaoning province shook the surrounding area so violently that even dashcam footage carried a suffocating sense of pressure.
There it went.
The motorcycle was launched upward after its rain cover became caught on the parking gate, leaving the feeling that safe clearance sometimes needs to include every accessory attached to the vehicle. The motorcyclist avoided a collision at the very last second thanks to an extremely hard brake and instant change of direction, proving that reflexes can sometimes make all the difference on the road. The motorcycle rolled away completely out of control, proving that even parked vehicles can become dangerous if they are not properly secured. In your opinion, what is the hardest thing to deal with when an accident happens in the middle of a curve? The motorcycle drifted through the gas station area with nobody controlling it, creating a scene that felt both unbelievable intense. The motorcycle slid down the slope and knocked over another bike, proving that even short downhill sections can sometimes be surprisingly difficult to handle. The incident showed that in unexpected situations, panic reactions can sometimes be more dangerous than the original impact itself. The car spun out and flew off the road into the field a moment, showing how just a few seconds of panic can escalate into a major accident. Do you think the driver even saw the pole? The man had barely walked past when the tree behind him suddenly collapsed, leaving the feeling that luck had arrived exactly on schedule. The outdoor table had only just become empty when the massive tree above chose that exact moment to collapse onto the entire patio. The outdoor coffee break instantly turned into a chaotic comedy scene when a cat suddenly joined the party from above in a way nobody had signed up for. One fence post fell, then hundreds more followed behind it, transforming the Riverside Road into an unbelievable domino scene within seconds. The river incident sent cargo falling after the freight vessels struck the structure a moment, showing the real pressure of navigating beneath low-clearance obstacles.
Turned off my video.
The encounter between tourists and the gray whale in Mexico felt as though the ocean had temporarily removed all distance between humans and wildlife.
Oh, hello, senor whale. Thank you. Give me a photo. Give me a thing. Go ahead. Yeah. You get it now. One ball.
The dolphins swam upside down beneath the school of fish with such agility that the entire hunt looked more like an underwater acrobatics performance.
They're coming over to us. Look at that. Guys, they're heading right for there.
The whale-watching boat was quickly surrounded by an energetic pod of dolphins, while the water around them almost never stopped moving.
Of a lifetime. No. I have the hydrophone out.
Floodwaters surged through the hospital area in Massachusetts, leaving many sections underwater and forcing the facility to temporarily suspend operations. Cars being swept away by floodwaters in Greece made the entire street feel as though it was drifting away with the storm itself. A giant wave crashed onto the beach in Brazil so quickly that many people were swept away before they could even react, only to stand back up amid the screams and chaos.
Arrastou monte de gente. Tá vindo por tudo quanto é lado, meu.
The blizzard swept across upstate New York, turning the once peaceful ice fishing area into a freezing white void with no visible horizon.
Emily, are you okay? We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. It's okay, you're safe. Wow, there's a lot of stress. You're safe, okay? Look at me.
The house collapsed into a cloud of dust while the ground continued trembling, like the entire area had suddenly lost its final point of stability. This building did not hold for long either, as its walls collapsed one after another following several violent tremors, as though the structure had already been exhausted. The earthquake on the Greek island was captured on camera with the unsettling feeling that the entire landscape was being violently shaken from below. In Florida, hailstones continuously pounded the backyard, covering the grass with a layer of white ice within only a few minutes. Relentless waves crashing against the hull made the journey across open waters feel far heavier and more dangerous than the giant ship appeared from the outside.
Some wet tigers.
I don't think so. It looks like the last time, so we're just going to back their advantage, stay where they are.
On the front of that orange ship.
What are you doing, Jake?
The roof quickly collapsed beneath the weight of the escaping cow, turning the getaway into an unplanned demolition scene.
Johnny ain't got no place.
Johnny's going the wrong way. Johnny's going the wrong way.
Oh, bullshit. He got that ready to hear what I said.
Yeah.
The moment the tiger shark gently interacted with the diver made the waters of the Bahamas feel like a movie scene where nature had briefly forgotten its usual fearsome reputation. Days of heavy rain caused the ground in Yan'an to collapse, swallowing vehicles, a moment that reminds us to cherish every peaceful second of life. A sudden, strong gust of wind flips a box truck in a parking lot, a moment that leaves witnesses holding their breath. The storm in Malawi unleashed violent mud floods that washed away homes, leaving some areas looking as though the ground itself had erased them from the map. The raging current tore through the construction area and collapsed the unfinished bridge in an instant, as though the river had reclaimed the land beneath it. Huge waves repeatedly slammed into Acadia National Park, as though the ocean was throwing its full force directly against the rocky shoreline. Large hailstones bounced violently across the fire station yard in northern Tennessee, making the ground look as though it was boiling beneath the white storm. The breathtaking scene looked like a luxury relaxation tour, except the lifeguards here all happened to have extremely sharp teeth. The diver probably only intended to admire the coral reef, but the ocean decided to include an especially terrifying special guest that day. The diver swam through the massive school of fish with the feeling of drifting into the center of an underwater tornado rather than taking a normal dive. This albino stingray glided gracefully downward as though it had already reserved a table for an underwater seafood buffet. The giant turbine was dismantled slowly, looking exactly like an aging giant, stepping aside to make room for a younger and stronger replacement. The enormous size difference left the wooden boat with almost no chance of staying stable in front of the approaching cargo ship. The incident showed how even a slight imbalance can cause an entire ship's cargo to become unstable within moments. The moment the train rushed past only inches away made many people realize that one careless decision near railroad tracks can quickly lead to devastating consequences. This last-second rescue served as a very real reminder that railroad areas are never places where anyone can afford to lose focus for even a moment. Security cameras captured the man dropping and smashing beer bottles in the exact same spot twice, as though that street had a personal grudge against anything alcoholic. The man had barely stepped onto the path when the ice transformed the area in front of the vehicle into an accidental skating rink. The store employee slipped on the tile floor, and the door handle immediately held onto him, making the fall feel as though the door simply did not want him to leave work yet. Chaos consumed the neighborhood as explosions erupted one after another, transforming a peaceful night into a light show no one wanted to witness.
Holy shit.
The synchronized collapse of the structures resembled a giant domino effect spreading across the city.
Another house taken by the grave. Holy moly. And then that house is about to go. Guys, this house is about to fall on that, it feels like. Sorry, I gotta stop the video.
The scene in South Korea showed how even a slight change in direction or current can create enormous pressure for ship operators. The Muthirapuja River rose rapidly and surged beneath the bridge in Mannar, creating the feeling that the line between roadway and floodwater had almost disappeared. The collapsing embankment in Paintsville sent vehicles disappearing into the mud flow as though they had been swallowed whole within seconds. Amid the intense storm, the basketball hoop moved alone through the street like a lost pedestrian wandering through the rain and wind. Beneath the double rainbow in southern Indiana, lightning suddenly appeared like a giant electric brushstroke across the storm clouds. During the thunderstorm in New York, lightning struck One World Trade Center and made the skyline look like something out of a science fiction movie. Roads across North Carolina disappeared into near total whiteout conditions as the storm swept through like it was erasing everything ahead.
I might break the glass. Wait, break the glass.
Look at the size of that place.
It has to do with slow motion.
Inside the vehicle in South Dakota, the atmosphere became tense as giant hailstones slammed into the windshield like hammers falling from the sky.
Just lost my windshield.
Strong winds pushed river water over the shoreline roads, transforming the calm landscape into a scene filled with crashing white water.
Okay, he's absolutely beautiful.
Watching the bird repeatedly peck at the tree makes it feel as though it is trying to unlock a secret apartment hidden inside.
Hey, bud. Are you not scared of me?
The waters off San Diego became packed with sardines like a giant underwater concert where every sea creature had decided to show up at once. The kitchen remained mostly intact except for the missing rack of ribs after the bear's unexpected menu inspection.
Hey, Eva, watch out.
After everything, what remains is not only the collisions or offshore accidents, but also the feeling that the ocean environment will always contain pressures and uncertainties that are impossible to fully predict. If any moment stood out to you the most, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to continue exploring more remarkable stories captured around the world.